Hello, and welcome to Columbia Rocks, where we showcase the hidden talents of Columbia College students. I'm your host, TJ Pfeiffer, and today we have with us Columbia College student and animator, Tyler Schlossman. So, what do you have in store for us today?
Thanks, TJ. I'm going to show you today how I go about drawing a comic strip. We're going to break it down into 3 easy steps and 3 easy panels. A comic is very simple. A little cartoon horse walks on screen, says, he says, always look on the bright side of life. In the second panel, he looks directly into the sun. In the third panel, he walks out of the hospital blind. So first thing we're going to do is sketch out a basic first panel. And this would be the thumbnailing stage. You want to get the basic position of your characters and your backgrounds within the scene. And it's good to be able to do this to work loosely. So we're just going to draw like a very basic horizon here. In the final stage, there may be like buildings in the background or trees, but right now you just do little stuff. You fill the space. So that's going to be our background. And then you want to make sure you leave room for your text bubble. You want to treat the text bubble like it is a character in the scene. If you forget about it, you might end up filling your scene and then trying to squeeze a text bubble in, and that tends to not look very good. So we're going to draw a very, very rough walking little horse guy. It doesn't really look like a horse right now because we just want to get the character in the scene. So there he is. And over in the top left corner there, he'll say, always look on the bright side of life. So now I would do this for all 3 panels of the comic. We're going to go ahead to the next step within the next panel. So the next panel is kind of similar to thumbnailing, but maybe a little bit more detailed. You start sketching out what your background is actually going to look like. We're just going to keep it simple right now, have a little bit of grass on the bottom, and do some bushes. And right in the top left corner, we're going to put the sun. And then we're going to trace out our character. He's looking over that way. He's turned around. So we've got to put his little hair in the back, his ears, show his eye so that we know where he's looking. And there we go. Now, what you do from there, I'm going to thumbnail the very last shot. Going to have these doors of a hospital open. We'll write hospital at the top, because sometimes it's hard to tell what the building actually is. In this world, it just says hospital. We're going to have our little horse guy here walking out, and he's holding a cane. He's got those glasses on so that the audience can tell that he is now blind. And when we have this rough thumbnail out, now we can go into a new layer. We can't on a whiteboard, but when I work in a computer, we can add a layer onto it. And we would redraw over the entire shot, but with a very clean line. I'm going to do the character, and then I'm going to do the background here, which would both be on separate layers. Use the actual color. Draw in all the features very clearly. His little buck teeth, because he's a dumb little guy for looking into the sun. And normally this process would take 30 minutes to a few hours, depending on what you're drawing. Backgrounds certainly take a long time. But once you're done with this, and you've colored the background, then you can go into the coloring stage, you ink it, you make it all clean and looking good.
Well, there you have it. We'll be right back with animator Tyler after these short messages, so stay tuned.
All right, go ahead. Did you buy the flashlight and the batteries?
Yes?
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yup.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes.
The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed. Visit ready.gov.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today.
Welcome back to Columbia Rocks. Here with us, we have Columbia College animator Tyler. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Tyler.
Well, I'm a cartoonist and an animator. I'm in my senior year here at Columbia College. And yeah, I'm about to graduate, about to release my first film that I just directed.
Cool.
I've been making little comics for the Columbia's paper. And yeah, that's basically...
The movie. So you animated the whole movie? Or you worked on it?
Well, it's part of Columbia's animation production studio program
Okay.
in the animation department. There's two sections of it. There's a CG side, which is things like, you know, Toy Story, Ice Age,
Right.
CG.
Kung Fu Panda 2.
Exactly. And then there's the traditional side, which is hand-drawn things. That's things like that you would see on Cartoon Network, Adventure Time, or
Right.
Steven Universe. And so I'm on the traditional side.
Okay.
And it's this big senior project where the seniors, usually a group of between like 10 and 20, work in an actual animation production team with a professional animator who's the head of the animation department.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we are, the whole year, it's a 2-semester class. We ended up getting assigned roles. People have been animating, coloring, doing every aspect of making the film, and then now we are on the final stages, and it will be premiering at Manifest on May 15th.
Nice. So what's your job? And just straight up animation?
So, well, everyone did a little bit of animation.
Uh-huh.
I'm one of the directors on the film. I did some music supervising, a couple of storyboards, and that's kind of the main
What's
stuff.
it called?
The film is called The Legend of Facebeard.
Nice. And it's about Facebeard.
It is about Facebeard and a stock boy named Rich.
Interesting.
Rich is a stock boy at a pirate-themed grocery store called the Shippy Shop.
Wow.
And he ends up
Shippy Shop.
meeting this ghost pirate who lives there named Facebeard, who's looking for his long-lost booty. So now
Okay.
Rich is going to help him find
Find the
his
booty.
booty. Yep.
I can relate. Now, why did you choose animation?
Well, I've been drawing cartoons for my whole life. I actually did not come to Columbia to study animation. I came here to study music. So at some point in the end of my high school years, I thought, oh, I want to be a musician. I want to be a rock star or whatever.
Okay.
Columbia sort of catered to that idea. And after a few years of being here, sort of experiencing the music program, I realized this might not be exactly what I want
What
to
did
do.
you play or sing?
Well, I played trombone,
Okay.
which already off the bat sets
Not
you on
a lot
weird...
of trombone rock stars.
Not
You could've
really.
been the first.
I could have been,
Someday.
but...
So trombone to animation.
Yes.
Okay.
I took an animation 1 class here, and I realized, like, oh, this is actually what I've been wanting to do my entire life. And I became an interdisciplinary major. So my music classes and my animation courses became one major. And now I'm set to graduate.
Nice. So what do you see yourself doing in 5 years from graduation?
Gosh. Hopefully having a large enough back catalog of my own work, it would be great to get a job at studio or really start producing some team animations.
Right.
Now, I don't like to set myself on that. You know, some people don't get working on shows till they're like in their late 20s.
Yeah.
But at very least, I want to be able to have produced my own stuff. You know, I've got my comic right now, and if I can continue doing that, maybe put together a little book, then I think I'm heading down the right track.
Would you rather be animating on a TV show or doing like physical newspaper comic type things?
Ideally, both.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I used to draw when I was younger, and I was terrible at hands, which is why I'm a TV major. So is there a specific thing that you think is tricky to draw?
A thing that, personally, maybe, but the thing that I love about cartoons in particular is that everything is amazing and terrible at the same time.
Truth.
Adventure Time is a hugely popular show. I think if animators from the 70s saw that, they might say, well, what is this garbage? Why are they all stringy and lanky? And they might love it. I mean, but that's the great thing about it, is your hand can be super detailed. It can be 3 little nubs. It can just be a total nub, Powerpuff Girls style.
Truth. All right, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that's actually all the time that we have for today. Thank you for joining us on Columbia Rocks. So please stay tuned, everybody, for future episodes of Columbia Rocks. I'm TJ Pfeiffer, and we'll see you next time.